Hello, 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 my beloved souls. Blessed be, blessed day. Welcome back. It's Woke Wednesday. Listen, I'm Autumn, the Enlightened daughter. For those of you who don't know me, for those of you who do, welcome back, High Vibe Tribe. Loving on you. So we have the 9-9 portal coming up. 9, the number of completion, endings, cycles closing out. There's a lot going on in the ethers, right? We have what? 7 planets in retrograde right now, plus we're in the shadow stage of Venus coming out of retrograde. So it's almost like we have 8 planets in retrograde right now, right? And so we're still in that energy of rest, relaxation, revamp, reevaluation, reassessing, right? Rest and relaxation are like highlighted at this time, super, super highlighted, and also being very grounded. So I'll tell you guys this real quick before I start pulling some cards because there was a couple of messages that were really strong to come through. But I'm out and about today, right? Living my best life, doing my errands, knowing it's going to be a wonderful Wednesday because that's the intention that I set for this day, right? These beautiful freaking roses that I got. Look at the color of these. Like, they're not your typical red. Look at these. How fucking gorgeous is that, right? Just ridiculous. I'm like, God, I just want a wonderful day. I'm out with my girlfriend. We're doing stuff. She's like, I want to buy you some flowers. You need fresh flowers in your house, right? And I'm like, love that. We saw these, and both of us were like, this is not a normal red. So it's so beautiful. Um, really connecting with Gaia right now is really important. Really staying grounded, right? And that's part of the reason why I brought up this message. 144 is on the clock as well. Point being, everyone, that we need to connect with Gaia. We need to find ways that if we can't get outside, like, I mean, I have the ability to be outside where I live now. It's gorgeous. But if you can't get outside, bring nature into your house, right? You can do something as simple as getting a plant or getting some flowers, right? But being grounded is super important. So I'm out and about today, running my errands, doing my best life. 222, I just saw. And I don't know how many, I want to say a good 10 people, 10 different incidences today while we're out driving, me and my homegirl, where people were just like almost hit us or cutting us off or something. And I mean, like, thank God that we are very present people. Thank God that we're very grounded. Thank God that we were in this now moment and paying attention to the road because nobody else was. Nobody else was, right? It was ridiculous out there. And I was getting like simultaneously like agitated and confused at the same time. Sorry, I'm just like weird, I'm trying to do new shit with the hair, so y'all know it's a work in progress. Work for me. Um, but thank God that we were just like being present, right? Thank God we're, the power is in the now, right? As Eckhart Tolle says. And so that was just another message and that's been a message that's been repeated for several times now over the past couple of weeks. Like, we need to be grounded. We need to be present. 333. We need to be grounded. We need to be present. We need to be grounded. We need to be present. You need to be in the now moment, right? The past is gone and the future is not promised. Your power is in the now, right? Like today, right now, right in this moment. What are you doing right now? So when things like this occur, it's an indication like you really need to start paying attention. Again, thank God my girlfriend and I are both, like much more highly conscious and are very present, right? Very now, very in the moment, very grounded, very paying attention, very much in our like awarenesses, right? And due to that, it would a lot of accidents were avoided today, right? Because if she would have just faded out for one moment or got distracted for 1 second, boom, anything could have happened, right? And that's both of us just like really paying attention to the road, right? Like whether it's like she goes to turn to me to say something or vice versa. So really important to stay grounded during this time. If you can't get outside, to get grounded and connect with Gaia, bring Gaia into your house. Grounding meditation music, eating grounded foods, right? Potatoes, carrots, what else is growing inside the dirt? Like anything you can get out the ground right now is really going to be supportive to you. taking salt baths, uh, just really grounding your energies. That was the biggest message that was coming through today as I was going through all of this. And also being mindful of the fact that not everybody else is paying attention. Not everybody else is in this now moment. Not everybody else even has an awareness of what's going on. Because literally, as we're avoiding these accidents and delays and interruptions, and there was a lot of things that were going on. And I mean, like not just while we were on the road, like everywhere we were kind of like, is this stuck on stupid day? Like, what happened to everybody? Like, we wake up on retard day. Like, what's going on with you people? Like, where, huh? I was so confused, right? And it was just an indication like, let me stay present, let me be aware, let me open my eyes, and everywhere we go, we're bringing love. We're laughing, we're dancing, we're changing the vibration, because people need to kind of be inspired as well. There's a lot of heaviness and denseness in the energies that are going on right now. And that can be like you just feeling really worn out, really tired. It's like you're either like super exhausted and all you want to do is sleep, or like you're tired but you can't sleep, right? So there's just like this restlessness going on around you. So there's exhaustion, there's restlessness, there's the change in the diets and the appetites, right? Not allowing yourself to be distracted during this time. And that's super important for, especially as we're moving into this harvest season, right? It's September, we're moving into October, and this is the time where those seeds that we planted, some of them like 6 months ago during the other eclipse season, but for a lot of you, the things that you've been waiting on to manifest are taking a minute. Those seeds long ago, and so a lot of what's happening right now in this harvest season, in this number 7 year, is that those things that you planted, those seeds that you planted are finally starting to sprout, right? I talked about this before about like, imagine like a bamboo plant, right? Like for a long time, you're not seeing anything happening. And then what seems like just like in a blink of an eye, what went from nothing becomes 8 feet overnight, right? Like that's kind of the energy that we're on as we're moving and we're timeline jumping and we're healing and we're ascending and we're doing all this stuff, right? A lot of expansion. Like for many of you, a lot of the goals and the dreams and the seeds that you planted and manifestations that you've almost forgotten about or kind of just like surrendered it to the universe, like whatever, I guess I can't get that. A lot of that stuff is going to be coming up for you and going to be making itself manifest in the next few weeks, right? In the next, what are we, the beginning of September, so I want to say in the next like 4 to 6 weeks, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of these changes. You're going to be seeing your manifestations coming to fruition. You're going to see um, some of the results from the inner work that you've been doing, like from the inner healing, right? Because again, as within, so without. So when our lives outside of us look like chaotic and jumbled and we can't kind of like figure out what's going on and there's a lot of turmoil and all this other stuff that's happening, right? It's a time to reflect inside, like, wow, this is what I'm manifesting outside. I need to go inside and kind of chill it out, right? So a lot of you have been going inside and doing that inner work and learning to be still, learning to listen to the voice of your intuition, learning to love yourself and to value yourself and to know that your own worth and no longer allowing other people to dictate to you who you are, what you mean, and what the goals are for your life, right? Like we're in the season now where we've taken our power back, we've taken our reins back, right? We're taking the steering wheel back, And I mean, outside of me being like, "Hey, Jesus, take the wheel," I got it. I'm driving, right? This is my car. This is my ship, right? I'm the captain. I'm the captain now, right? Like, too many of us allow that energy where we allow somebody else to be the captain of our ship. No, 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 no. I'm the captain now, right? Time to step back into your power. So, as we approach harvest season, as we're moving into manifesting our blessings and our goals and our dreams and our desires, I implore you to stay grounded. Do what you have to do to get grounded and centered. Make that your daily task. If you don't get nothing else done in the day, make sure that you're grounding your energies. It is so imperative right now that you're tapped in, you're paying attention, and you're grounding your energies, right? And you want to take it a step further. How about we start being obedient to those intuitive guidances that we're getting? right? What? Be obedient? Yeah, that means you gotta listen. That means you get an intuitive guidance and you're being guided to do something and you don't want to do it, but you do it because you know that your higher self is always looking out for you. You know that the Most High God always has your best interest at heart, and you know that just because this feels a little challenging or a little uncomfortable, it doesn't mean that it's impossible or that it can't be done. It just means that we're a little uncomfortable and challenged with it at the moment, right? It's like put on your big boy pants and big girl panties and suck it up, buttercup. It's time to fucking make moves, right? I sat here bullshitting for long enough. Listen. I sit here and talk to y'all about this because I've been that person. I get it. You get the calling for your life and you're like, I'm not doing that. No, right? We're gonna be like what Jonah, right? Like it's like our soul is leading us one way and we're like, screw it. I'm not going that way. But at the end of the day, guess what? All roads lead home. So you're gonna go willingly or you're gonna go kicking and screaming. Either way, you gotta go, right? And your soul always has your best interest at heart. So it might feel uncomfortable. It might feel like you're being challenged. It might feel like you're coming out of your comfort zone, but you're being led step by step to those things in which you desire, those things in which you've been trying to manifest. That healthy, harmonious, loving, passionate relationship, that super amazing, high paying, job, a career that, you don't feel sick about dealing with every day and that actually brings joy into your life, or, like having a body that's healthy and energized and feeling better than you have in like the past 10, 20 years, or whatever that is for you, because we're all on different soul paths. We all have different things that we're calling into our existence, but they're still being supported at this time. The seeds you planted, it's harvest time. So I hope and pray that you used that time to be very discerning in your energies and that in what you were calling in, right? We're going to see now as we move into harvest season exactly what seeds you planted. So you can sit here and tell me whatever you want to tell me, right? And tell everybody else what you want to tell them. But at the end of the day, we're going to see what was planted, right? And for some of you in your gardens, you're going to not only see your flowers and your vegetables, but you're going to see a few weeds. And that is not anything to judge and criticize yourself for, right? We're in Virgo season. That's why I'm bringing that up, because we know every time we come to Virgo season, I get all these messages where everybody's like hating themselves and questioning everything and just the most unloving messages that you can give to yourself, right? And I know that the shadow side of Virgo can be very judgmental and critical and very self-deprecating, but I need you guys to understand that, like, you're perfect in the eyes of the divine, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, I just saw. You're perfect in the eyes of the divine. So instead of judging yourself by some fear-based human beings false ideals of who you're supposed to be, right? Like this is the time where we step back and we learn to love ourselves. And when the weeds come up within our garden, that's an indication to us, hey, I need to fix something. I need to heal something. I need to address that. That Venus retrograde that we just had, right? We were romanticizing stuff. The rose-colored glasses came on. All this energy from the past is coming forward, and we're like, ooh, the feelings. I miss this. I love blah blah blah. But a lot of that is loneliness and fear, comfort in the dysfunction, right? The learned helplessness that we have around so many people. And then as Venus is going direct, the station direct, right? Now all those energies that came up, that wounding that needed to be dealt with, guess what? The rose-colored glasses comes off. And so now everything is up in front of you, and now you don't have anything blocking your vision. So now you have a clear perspective of what needs to happen, what needs to change, what you need to do, right? We all have free will, so obviously you have the choice of whether or not you're going to do the healing or not. That's obviously up to you. Having said that, we're in harvest season, right? And so, do you want to continue to live life the way that you've been doing it, spinning in circles on the hamster wheel where nothing is getting done and you're still unhappy and unfulfilled and not happy with your body, not happy with your life, not happy with where you live, not happy with your car, not happy with your job, not happy with this? Like, is that the energy that you want, or do you want to switch things up? Right? When the triggers come up, it's for us to heal them, right? Our triggers are the indicators that we need to heal. That is something to be grateful for. When something comes up that's kind of getting under your skin and makes you feel away, thank it, bless it, own it. Because there's a lesson there for you to get through right now so that you can move on to the next level of yourself. So that you can be the best version of yourself, right? That's why we're doing all this fucking work. It's not like we came here just to be stressed and suffering and all this stuff. No, we came here to expand, to ascend, to be the best versions of ourselves, right? To take all the talents and the skills and the gifts that we received from all of the lifetimes that we lived before, and all the wisdom and knowledge and understanding that the Most High is pouring into us on a daily basis, and use that and this delicious energy in this freaking earth simulation to be the best version of ourselves and to have fun. Every morning you get up, you get a reset button with the information from yesterday. So you're ahead of the game already, right? It's like I was telling my kid, it was like, this is the Earth School. Think of it as like a game simulation, right? Like every morning we get to start again. We have all of our energies. We get all of our lives back. We get to do something different. All right, yesterday I went to the left and I hit a crocodile pit. Cool. Today I know not to go make that left because it's a crocodile pit. I have the education and the knowledge from the day before to make better decisions today for my tomorrow, right? Like it's about perspective, people. Stop being so hard on yourselves. You have the knowledge now. You have the wisdom now. You have the understanding. And anything you think that you do not have, you absolutely have the right to ask for from the divine. Wisdom is freely given to anyone on this planet. All you got to do is ask for it. The same thing with grace. The problem is so many of you are scared to talk to the divine, are scared to ask, are scared to pray big, bold prayers, are scared to put it out there. Why? Right? You're children of the creator of the fucking universe. He created everything. You think he can't help you with your little fucking light bill? Everything. You can't think he can't come in and create some harmony in this relationship that's really been broken, or ease your heart, or bless you with forgiveness, or heal your body. Yo, it bugs me out the amount of people that I see, especially now that I live in a Bible belt, that talk to me all day about God and the goodness of God and all this stuff, but do not believe God for a miracle. Do not believe that miracles can happen today. Do not believe that the God that is all knowing and all powerful and never changing will still not bless them today as all the people in the past have been blessed. I'm like, I don't understand it. Why do you think only Abraham was able to get blessed? Why do you think only Solomon was able to get blessed? Why do you think only David was able to get blessed? Jesus said, for those that follow, we're all sons of God. So if everybody is his kid, why are you the exception to the rule? What makes you think God does not want your body healed? What makes you think that God wants you broke and hungry? What makes you think that this is God's will for your life and not just the fucked up decisions that you made from a space of fear and loneliness and doubt and bitterness and jealousy and not loving yourself and not feeling you're deserving or worthy? That is not on God. That's the shit we picked up in this human world from a whole bunch of other people that are broken and dysfunctional and do not fully love themselves. Because when you fully come into the truth of who you are and fully love yourself, you're untouchable. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. That's that energy. That's knowing I don't give a fuck what's happening today. You're not doing none of that. I've been getting hit from all different directions all week, and I'm unfazed. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I know what the end game is. I know what the answer is. I know exactly where I'm headed. Detours are nothing but a fucking detour. It does not change the destination, right? We put the address into the GPS and then we get going. If there's a detour, guess what the GPS does? It gives us a course correction so we can go another way. It's the same thing in this world and in this life. So as you're ending these cycles, as you're moving forward, as you're stepping into the next version of yourself, as you're jumping timelines, as you're healing, as you're ascending, know that sometimes you're going to have to course correct, but it doesn't change the end game. So when these things are coming up, do not keep your eye off of the goal. You keep your eye on the goal. It doesn't matter what's going on around you. You are the center. You're protected. You're loved. You're being guided. You are the child of the fucking creator of the universe. Fuck all this 3D shit that's going on, and anybody got something to say, anybody coming at you crazy, tell them all to kiss your ass. You deserve the best. And you can and will and be receive all of that if you're open to it. But you have to be open to it. We have free will. Even your blessings are a part of free will. Sometimes you're open to it and sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're open to receive blessings. Sometimes you're like, oh, okay, wow. And you're in a high vibrational state and you allow stuff to come in. But most of the time we're not. And that's the reason for the delays. Most of the time we're not feeling that we deserve it. We don't feel that we don't think that it's going to happen. We make excuses for it when it doesn't show up in the time frame that we want it. At the end of the day, the goal should be the goal should be the goal should be the goal. There's a lot of things that I'm dealing with right now. So guess what I have done? I have learned to bless them. I've blessed you with success. I bless you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit with success. It may not be working for me right in this moment, but guaranteed it's going to work or something better is going to happen. That's how I'm looking at everything. I don't care if it's a delay on a bill. I don't care if it's a fucking argument with somebody. Everything is going to work itself out. And if it's not happening in this moment, it means that the moment is going to come. I don't have to worry about it. I don't need to stress about it. I have given God my love. I have asked for forgiveness, and I'm trying to do the right thing. And that's what we're all doing. Just trying to do the right thing. Just be the best version of yourself every day. Right? What does that mean? Hey, don't hurt anybody and don't be a dick. Really simple. It's really simple to be a human being. Don't hurt anybody, don't be a dick, and go live your best life. You are not here to fulfill the ideals of somebody else's life for yourself, right? Somebody has an ideal what they want for your life to be. That has nothing to do with you. You're here to go make yourself be great and to enjoy your life and to be the best version of yourself, whatever that looks like to you. That has nothing to do with how your moms feel, your dad feels, your cousin, nobody matters but you, right? And not saying that they're irrelevant, but at the end of the day, you don't owe anyone anything but your own soul. And so I need you guys to step into this power and step into this energy with me because we're coming into harvest season and we're about to go into 2024. What is that? A motherfucking 8 year. 8, the number of abundance, infinity, of material wealth. Like, I need y'all to be on page. I need y'all to be on point. I need y'all to be in alignment with me because there's great blessings, abundance, and prosperity available to this entire tribe. And I want y'all tapping into that shit so you can go thrive, right? We have survived long enough. It is thriving season, people. And that's this energy that's coming in, this gateway that's coming in, this 9-9 portal, thriving motherfucking season. It's like, let's clear out all the nonsense. You're like snakes shedding our old skin. It's like Kali Ma's coming in, chopping off heads. Like, literally, you got all the energy of the universe. Like, we got Archangel Nathaniel with like the bulldozer of heaven coming through. I mean, I have seen so much energy and received so many downloads of this shit that's just being cleared out for us so that we can have a restart. So let the universe bless you and support you at this time for your restart. That's all I'm saying. All right. We're 20 minutes in. I didn't pull any cards. So we're going to be, I'm not even going to say we're going to be quick. Thank you, angels and guides. Where do we start? Angels and ancestors. I got 4 decks that came through. Of course, I already shuffled and meditated on the cards, but you know, I like to do one live so you see it. Thank you, angels and guides. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What are the strongest messages for this 9-9 portal we got coming up? It's lit, baby. It's about to be litty. I'm like, yes, take them. No, don't take them. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Traveler. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to pick up one that fell. Oh, I love these for us. Part of the collective, too. All right, bottom of the deck, we have Traveler. Move in a new direction, right? We need to do something new. Thus, my comment about getting off the hamster wheel, right? None of you are insane. So there's no reason that we should be doing insane acts, right? We need to take a step back, i.e., all of the retrogrades. Time to fall all the way back. We need to tap into the energies of the higher realms, right? Whether that's talking to your team of light, your spirit guides. You know, I work with eagles and hawks and owls all the time. You need to see things from a higher perspective, right? Not microscopic, macroscopic. We talked about this, I think yesterday I talked about this, right? So it's time for a lot of you to be moving in a different direction. Some of you will physically be moving, right? Some of you are physically being guided to move to a different area because your energy and your light needs to be gridded in that location, right? So some of you, this is physically moving. Some of you are just going to be traveling because, you know, you out in these streets and the world is open and hey, live your best life. But even while we're out and about traveling or relocating, we need to be present. What am I seeing? What am I observing? What am I smelling? What am I sensing? How do I feel in this area? Do I feel safe in my body? Like, be present. Use all your senses to really tap into every single delicious moment. That beautiful red energy is the color of the root chakra, right? We need to be grounded. I got red covers, red curtains, red flowers. Like, I'm grounding my motherfucking energies as much as possible, right? Walking around freaking barefoot with red on my toenails, like doing all the things. So fun. Air Guardian. Ooh, shift your perception. You can't make this shit up, guys. Shift your perception. What did I just say? Higher perspective. It's time for us to look at things a little differently. So I need everybody to take a step. I would love for you guys, I would love for you to all get a journal if you haven't gotten one already. Something simple as this, right? Here in the States, they sell them at all the freaking 99-cent stores, dollar stores. I think they're like 50 cents or 60 cents at freaking Target. Get a composition book and start writing shit down. Writing down what you're observing, writing down, if you're seeing certain animals all the time, or certain numbers all the time, or certain insects all the time, or, you hear a name, or idea pops into your head, or you have a question. Just start writing stuff down, especially when you first get up in the morning. If you can like write down anything that you might have remembered in your dreams, and at night, so you can empty out your day. Why do I continue to tell you guys this? Why do I continue to say this? Because I need you to get everything that's in you out so that you have space for the new, right? We don't want to keep holding on to old emotions and old frustrations and all that old stuff. Good, bad, or indifferent. Get it out, give it a voice, give it a platform so that we can move on to the next. There is a lot of information, knowledge, wisdom, understanding coming onto this planet, but it has nowhere to go if your cup is full, right? So I need you to dump out the empty cup so that there's space for new things, okay? Now we have medicine mother. Honor your inner knowing. What I say? Trusting your intuition, right? This is a lesson that we've been learning a lot, especially in like the past couple of months. You need to honor the voice of the inner knowing, of your higher self, of that divinity, and then be obedient to it, guys. Listen. I know it's not always easy to be obedient, and I know sometimes we're being asked to be obedient in situations where you're like, "What in the entire fuck? Like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? That doesn't even make sense to me. Why would I do that?" Right? But we're not about trying to make sense of things. We were tapping into a higher perspective, higher knowledge, higher wisdom, higher understanding that doesn't see the big picture, right? It's like the parable that Yeshua told. I think it's a parable, whatever. Yeshua, Jesus is talking, and he's like, somebody asks you for $5 today, you don't tell them, oh, come get it from me tomorrow when you have it on you right now. No, give them the five right now. If you have it to do, then do it, and then let the universe figure out how to bless you in return, right? We're so quick to there can be so much quickness to preach or to say we're on the high road or we're light workers or we're working with the light and we're above this and da 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 da, but then we're not being obedient to the directions that we're getting, that we're not being obedient to the calling from our soul, we're not being obedient to our own goals and dreams and desires, right? Betrayal is the most fucked up when it's you betraying yourself. That's the realest thing, yo. That's the realest thing. When you're not honoring your own soul and your voice and your goals and your dreams, that betrayal is probably worse than anything outside of you, right? Because another person betraying you, yeah, that's fucked up. But when you betray yourself, that's a special kind of pain and violation, right? So we really need to trust in our own intuition, our own inner guidance, even when it doesn't make sense to us, right? You guys know I like to use the Starbucks reference, right? It's like, let's say you get inclination like I need to go to Starbucks and you're not even like a coffee drinker and you don't even like anything at Starbucks, but if you're walking this path, right, and you're trusting in your higher self, then you're going to follow through with that intuitive prompt because you don't know why it's leading you there. It could be someone you see on the way there that you needed to see, or someone you see on the way out, or someone who's in a Starbucks, or it could just be that maybe someone just needed that light energy from you to pass through for you to transmute the energies into carrying on, right? Maybe you were an answer to a prayer or a manifestation. You never know. And at the end of the day, we don't need to know everything. Trust the inner knowing, trust that inner guidance, follow your intuition, right? Love that. Love, 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 love that message. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out which way to go. They picked four decks, and I was kind of like, one do I start with? What I thought I was starting with, I think I'm going to be ending with, which is really funny. They seem to be going in like clockwise order, and I didn't do that on purpose at all. So funny. Keep saying 88, so I don't think that was the card I was meant to grab, but there's no mistakes in tarot. So there we go. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. I think I just said trust in that guidance, right? Trust in your higher self, trust in that intuition. Like your higher self is always connected to the divine, right? It's not sitting here in ego trying to figure things out. Your higher self is the part of you that never left heaven, right? Never left the connection to the most divine. So when you're getting those intuitive prompts, when you're getting these messages, that is the God within you and around you speaking to you. That is the answer, the voice that you should be listening to, right? And understand this, the voice of the divine is never going to be judgmental, critical, tell you to harm yourself or harm another person. That is not the voice of God, right? That would be potentially your ego or some type of mental psychosis, right? Like that is not the voice of God. The voice of God is not going to tell you to harm yourself. I know people like to use the story of Abraham in the Bible, like, oh, da da da, fantastic. God also came and saved him with an animal, right? It never happened. It's a metaphor, people. Okay? We do too much. Anyway, we have, oh, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light. What? Sorry, it doesn't matter how many times I do reading, I'm still blown away by the presence and the energy of the Most High every single day, especially using this divination form to get these messages. It's so dope. Because I was just talking about you guys planting seeds, right? Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan, right? So many of you have been doing that, right? Planting your seeds, putting the good information out there, being pillars of light, being the example of goodness, standing in your power, standing in your truth, expanding your souls, right? A part of the divine plan. That's what I'm saying. Like some of you will be moving, right? That's a part of the divine plan. Some of you are being called to step up and use your voice. That's a part of the divine plan. We all came here to learn, grow, evolve, and to handle our part. We have contracts with ourselves and our higher self, right? We have contracts within our family, the family that we were born into, as well as within the community. Everyone on this planet, right? All almost 8 billion people are here part of a collective choice. We all knew what was happening on this planet when we came during this time. We all have different roles to play, right? My role is to be a reminder of everybody of the remembrance of their divine self as a luminous, sovereign being, and all the stuff that goes with it. That's part of my role. I'm a speaker, I'm a healer, I'm a teacher, I'm a coach, I'm a reader. It's who I am. I've always been talking my shit, and I've always loved God, so this is part of the work that I do, right? I thought it was hilarious when I got called to be a reverend or a pastor, priest, whatever, priestess, whatever you want to call me. But just seeing my name like Reverend Hayes cracks me the fuck up. I don't even, like, you guys don't even understand. Like, me coming from the life that I lived, like, just being in the hood and doing a whole bunch of fucking retarded shit and then doing porn and all that stuff. And then, like, completely course correcting to be a life, sex, and spirituality coach and to be an ordained minister and to have reverend in front of my name tickles the fuck out of me. Like, you guys don't even understand how much I laugh. I called one of my girlfriends and I was like, can we just laugh at the fact that, like, I'm Pastor Autumn? And she was like, I know. And I'm like, look at God. I was like, when they say he could use anybody, he was not playing. you know? So funny. Anyway, trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Oh, you know what the niggling feeling is? Oh, that's your inner self talking to you. We're going to go back to you seeding the planet. So, oh, trusting your intuition. Yes, same message. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Keep your vibration high, right? Dancing is a great form of meditation. Why? Because it brings you into the present moment. Oh, rewind. We're going to go back to being in the present moment. What can you do to focus your energies right now to be in the present moment? Can you dance? Can you sing? Can you cook? Can you clean up your house? Can you go for a walk outside in nature? Can you play with your kids? Can you groom your dog? What can you do to concentrate your energy to be in the very present moment? What lights you up? What makes you feel good? What speaks to your soul? And then do more of that. Okay? Do a lot more of that. That's going to help you during this time. Okay, this gateway is super powerful, people, and it is here to support us. But we have to do our fucking parts with this energy, right? We have to co-create with the universe. God's not up there like, you know what, I want them to do that and do that, do that. No, your goals, your desires, your dreams, the things that you want are important to the divine because it is through us that we're expanding. No one else is seeing the world the way that you do through your eyes and through your ears and through your lens. You are unique. I don't give a fuck how many siblings you have, how many people in your household. No one is you. And there's about 8 billion of us on the planet, and you're one in the 8 billion. Understand that? So this thing that's coming through you is very specific and clear to you. So what makes you happy? Fuck what everybody else is talking about. I'm talking to you right now about you being the most delicious version of yourself. How can you change your energy and how can you stay grounded? Go dance, peoples. I was in here dancing earlier, pirouetting through my freaking living room. I was having a blast. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. All roads lead home. Said that, right? Got in the car, you found out, oh my God, I'm trying to go home, but I-95 is closed and Route 66 is a detour and they're doing construction. How am I going to get home? They're talking about rain is coming, all that stuff, right? GPS. Oh, in 1,000 feet, make the first right. All roads lead home. Lead home. Just keep going. You're about to take some back roads, some side streets, some shit you never even saw, and that's all right, because guess what? All roads lead home. And guess what? You don't have to worry about it because you are being divinely guided. You're not going to make a mistake. In spiritual truth, there are no mistakes. Everything leads home. You're always being course corrected. At any point you make a mistake in your mind today, guess what the angels and guides come down to do? What's up? Hey, this is the road you were looking for. You double back a little bit. Just back up. All right, make that first left and then make a right and then come back around. It's never going to be judgment. You get lost on your way home, somebody's going to help you find your way. Literally. That's why we have ancestors. God, everybody's born with like three guardian angels. All of us. All of us have three guardian angels with us at all time. I'm not even talking about the rest of the team that's surrounding you. Because if you knew how many angels and guys are around you right now, you'd be like, damn, it's crowded in here. I'm just talking about your guardian angels, right? We all get three. They're here to help you. You ask them for help, they're going to help you. There's no point in your existence, in this human body or at all, that you're not going to be supported on this path. You're never alone. You always have support. Ask for the help. And no, it's not going to be a clear message like you're going to get a text back like, yeah, Autumn, I got you tomorrow at 3 o'clock. No, but understand that the universe is always working on your behalf. They know what you need way before you even ask for it, but we have free will. The angels cannot help us unless we ask them to. They cannot intervene outside of those, situations where our life is like in imminent danger outside of our asking, right? We have to give them permission. So I'm imploring you to give your team of light the fucking go ahead. Give them the green light to step in and help you get it together, right? Show me my blind spots. Bring to my awareness what it is I need to see so I can get these things done and I can move on to the next cycle. So I can step onto my path of my happily ever after, of my success, of my joy, of my prosperous relationship. I want to learn to love myself. I want to know that I'm valued. I want the universe to show me today just how fucking special I am. Prove to me that you love me, God. Show me that I am worthy of something. And then fucking wait for it to happen. God loves you. They're gonna show up. And this isn't like, oh, prove you love me and I'm standing on the edge of a cliff and like if you love me, you're gonna catch me and I'm trying to kill myself. No, this is on some like I'm open to blessings. I'm open to miracles. I'm open to grace. I'm open to just having a really good day because I'm tired of not having good days, right? I wanna just get some rest tonight and wake up feeling refreshed, God. Can you do that for me? You have not because you ask not. All right, Gaia. What do you got? What do we need to know? What do we need to see with this 9-9 portal? Sweating. So for some of you, the clearings of the endings of these cycles is gonna feel like a wake up call. It's gonna be like a tower moment, like we talk about in this row, right? Death, tower, tsunami, wake up call, the rug being pulled from under your feet. Not a bad thing, but between now and this next full moon, things are gonna be shaken up. We need to move things forward, right? Stay in the present moment. Stay in your now. Your power's in your now. The storms that are going on around you should not be affecting you this much if you're in the center of the storm. If you remember where your power is, you're the center of the storm. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we got look, the new moon with promise. So a lot of blessings coming in. You know, for those of you that are in relationships, it looks like you might be taking things to the next level. Look, under that release. Hello, retrograde area, energy, and Mercury retrograde. Don't judge me for not speaking properly, but promises, right? So wishes fulfilled, dreams fulfilled. Again, we're moving into harvest season. We just had that full moon in Pisces, and now we're moving into the new moon, right? What is going to be the new moon in Virgo, right? The new moon is bringing with it a lot of these manifestations. That's what I'm telling you guys. So it's up to you to be open to receive it, okay? We have, I don't even, they play too much because every day, how do they do that? I really, yo, sometimes I do readings for myself and I just throw my cards across the room and I walk out the room because it's just so overwhelming today. But the third time we got perspective, or that has been brought up today. Like, I'm not even gonna talk about it because if y'all don't know by now, I'm done. Shift your perspective. River, movement. We need to stay in the flow of the universe. Grace, ease, flow. I'm gonna ask you guys again, are you being obedient to those intuitive promptings that you're getting, or is your egoic mind talking you out of your blessings? We are blessed to be a blessing. We are the hands of God here on earth. If you have the moment, the ability to do a kindness for someone, to be in service to someone, it is your obligation to do it because what you do in private, your Father shall reward in public. Don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. Go do your thing, bring joy to somebody, and then allow that shit to be paid forward. And they keep bringing this up. So I feel like some of you are not being obedient, or you're not so much that you're not being obedient, you're doubting your inner voice. You're not trusting that intuitive promptings because you're using the egoic mind to try to justify and make logical what the soul is telling you. They're on two different pages. All right. Your soul always has what? A higher perspective. Your soul always realizes that this is earth and look at the grand scheme of things. Like it's never that serious, right? The ego is a servant of the soul, not vice versa. So you need to figure out which you're giving your power to and which your voice you're going to listen to. That of your ego, of fear, of doubt, of worry, of jealousy, bitterness, pain, illness, disease, condemnation, infidelity, betrayal. Are you giving that the power in your life? Or are you giving the voice of your soul power? Love, joy, enlightenment, illumination, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, um, vulnerability, honesty, authenticity, right? Two different conversations. Love that. This wake up call shit. Like, all right. Listen, I tell you all the time, I would rather, once I get an indication from the universe that I need to do something, like let's say rest or chill out or just take a moment. And I always ask for my messages, and this might be something that you do too, so that you have clarity as to where the message is coming from. I always ask my team of like, if this is for me or whatever the guidance is that is coming in for me, have it come in at least 3 times so that I'm very clear that it is a message from the divine and it's not my egoic self trying to make an answer fit for whatever it is that I'm growing through at the moment, right? So maybe that's something you want to do. Um, but what was I talking about? Why do I ask? Where did that come from? I don't know. I repeat the messages. I don't know where I was starting to go with that. Sorry, guys. Anyway, Final messages from the power animals. Our spirit animals have something to say. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? I'm big on talking to the animal kingdom. They got a lot of messages for us, guys. So I suggest. What I said. What I say. Harvest season. These are the two that popped out next to that, right? We have decisiveness, and then we have strategy. Antelope, decisiveness, make a decision and take appropriate action, right? You know what the appropriate action is going to be? The inspired action that you receive from the divine. So you're going to make a decision, i.e., we're going to put out into the universe what we want. That's the ask part of the ask, believe, and receive formula, right? We're going to ask, put it out there. Boom. Thanks, God. I want a white butterfly hair clip. Fantastic. And then we're going to believe that we've already received it because we know that if we ask, that it is given, right? We've already established that. So now I just need to make moves knowing that I already got it. All right, well, what should I do first? Oh, I'm going to tap in. I'm going to go in and see where I'm being led because I know that I'm going to be led to the end game, to the success of this. So where do I go? That is the action that you're taking. You're going to go into a meditative state of prayer. You're going to get inspired to take a specific course of action, and then you follow through with it. Oh, shit. Strategy. Have a backup plan. So you don't need to have a backup plan from the universe, but you do need to be aware of all that's coming with you. Again, and that's that energy of the detours and delays, right? Like, I may not be able to fly over there, but can we drive? Right? I'm still going to the same place, but there's a storm and there's no flying out. All right, can we drive? Is there another way? Can I get on a train? But I'm still going, right? I've made my decision and now I'm strategizing how to get there. And then I'm going to tap into the energies of the universe because I know that the angels and the guys and the divine have a much broader perspective of what I'm dealing with. And so I'm going to give it to them and wait for that guidance so that I'm not wasting my time spinning my wheels, right? We can absolutely accomplish and succeed at the things that we want in this universe by pushing forward, right? We've been in masculine energy for centuries now, so we know that we can just only to survive, survival of the fittest, crab in the barrel thing. We know that we can do that. There's other ways, right? There's other ways to get it done where we don't have to be nasty, where we don't have to shit on people, where we don't have to hurt anybody in order to get the things that we want and desire. That we can just tap in to our higher self and to our higher inner wisdom, knowledge, and understanding and be guided to those roads and to do so with grace, to do so with ease, to do so with love, to do so knowing that like everything that we accomplish and we can feel really good about it. We can look ourselves in the mirror and feel really good about ourselves, right? Do as thy will and harm none in return, right? Do you live the best life? Don't be a dick. Don't hurt anybody. This is not, it's not hard to live on this planet, right? Be the best version of yourself. Call to the angels and guides if you need help and don't be a dick. It's so simple. Bottom of the deck, monkey, ingenuity. The situation calls for adaptability and innovation. So be open to other perspectives. Where we go? Shift perspective, right? Shift your perception, right? So as we are in this retrograde energy, as we're taking a step back to reevaluate everything, it's time to open up our minds, open up our hearts, and maybe look at things in a little difference. In a little difference. Look at things a little bit differently. See things from a different perspective, right? Change your perception, switch your perspective. It's all the same messages coming through, right? I love when the universe repeats itself. So, I know that can be challenging, right? That's why we get coaches and mentors, right? That's why I became a coach and a mentor because I know it can be challenging and I know that I can see people from a soul's view. I can take a step back and you're having a conversation with me and I'm like, oh, okay. I see where they're going with this. Oh, okay. There's a couple of plugs. There's a couple of holes. Okay. Easy fix, But that's me on the outside looking in, right? Which is why, some of you may want to get a coach or a mentor, whether that's me or someone else, right? I'm not here to be like just plugging myself. I'm saying that there's a reason that we have these people in place, right? There's a reason that we do the work that we do to help you shift your perception, to help you get a different perspective, to help you see yourself at a higher level, to love yourself, to value yourself, to know that you're worthy and deserving of all great things, right? And to help get you there, to move you forward. So tap into your intuition, get really present in the now moment, whether that's like listening to meditation music, getting outside into nature, whatever you need to do, bringing nature into your freaking house, right? Wearing the color red, like literally that helps because it's a grounding color because it's the color of the root chakra. Putting it out there, people. Anyway, I think that's enough about the 9-9 portal. So again, a lot of abundance coming in, a lot of clarity, a lot of shifts of perspectives and perceptions, but you have to be open to it. You have free will, right? So it's here for you. And if you're ready and you got your hands out and your arms open and you're ready for all these blessings that are coming in, it's about to be lit. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. Have a wonderful Wednesday because you deserve it. And I will see you guys very soon. Later, my beloveds.